Awesome. Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Tracy Miller, and I am the founder of the Women's Wellness Exchange. And I'm really excited to have you guys here tonight. Oop, I've got someone else coming in here. This is going to be a very informal conversation, and that's really what we're all about. We're not pitchy. You're going to make $1 million in a million, in one day. This is a very organic community. I am someone who's been a wellnesspreneur for many years. I'm someone has been sick, and so I'm really coming from this from a place of creating something that I think is filling the needs of many women, whether you're a wellnesspreneur or you're a customer looking for help with your self-care. So tonight I'm not going to overload you with a million slides. As I mentioned, we are going to really just have some nice conversations. We're going to have an opportunity for people to introduce themselves. And I'm going to talk about our community, our beautiful community. We have a couple members on here, which is great. So I want them to introduce themselves as well. And, as I mentioned, just coming back to conversations these days, there's a million tips and tricks and all this kind of stuff out there. And what I have really found that women are looking for, what I am looking for, is conversation, is dissecting some of these hard issues that are not always black and white. There's Heather. And people who are just kind of want more dialogue and conversation and less hype and less black and white. This is right, this is wrong. I believe we're in a really amazing time in our history right now where women are really redefining wellness. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that because I feel that, we know that Western medical does some amazing things. I mean, huge things. They transplant hearts, the things that can happen are amazing of how we can, people's lives can be saved. But really, what's happening in healthcare is that it doesn't focus on self-care. We all know this. I don't need to tell any of you this, right? But I really feel that as women who are wellnesspreneurs, and I call us wellnesspreneurs because I think it's important that, when we're a health coach or a life coach or a yoga teacher, we need to drum up business. We need to market ourselves. We want to follow our passion and our purpose, but we also want to make money so we can have a livelihood, so we can buy products that support a healthier planet and healthier lifestyles and that support local farms and green products. So we need to have our money moving through the economy, which I think is so important. And I did a survey, women working for wellness survey, and really 99% of the women said they do this because this is their passion and their purpose. At the same time, on the other end, only I think it was less than 5% of the people said they were actually making the kind of money that they wanted. So, I think as healers, we just want to heal people and we want to just dive in and do that. But there are other parts of our business that we can expand upon to help us grow our business. And I'm not a business coach. I'm not going to tell you 10 things to do to make $1 million, as I said, in a day. But I think there is so much opportunity for us as women to do many things. One is that we are, if we look back in 100 years from now, or maybe even 50 years, it's women right now who are redefining what wellness means. We are the ones who are going to help really, we're co-creating that system, a self-care system that's going to, align with a healthcare system, because too many people are falling through the cracks. We need to bring this together, right? And I think that in 50, 100 years from now, we're the ones that are defining that, because we meet people where we are, because we're bringing more feminine qualities to healing, right? Listening, relationships, trust, intuition, all those things that, again, not to bash Western medical, but they don't have time to do and aren't really taught to do. Really important. And I think as women entrepreneurs, we underestimate our power in the economy, in the wellness sector, in the food sector, all these things that we cannot negate how much influence we have right now. And I think as a collective, we are stronger together. So I see us as an advocacy group. I see this as an advocacy platform, a marketing platform. I see this as a community of women who can really support each other. And it's so interesting. I, asked a lot of questions, and I've talked to probably close to 100 women just in the last 6 months. And what women were really craving was to talk with other women, to talk with other women who are in this, who are creating businesses that are similar to theirs. They don't want to hire necessarily, and there's nothing wrong with a business coach. I have one, but they don't necessarily want to spend, $10,000. They want to connect with other women. And I think there's so much that we can do together to collaborate, to partner, to look at marketing in a new way, to look at business in a new way. We actually did a workshop in June on bringing more feminine qualities to our business, and it was so eye-opening. And we're creating new verbiage and redefining what this can look like. And I think as women, again, we've just kind of like felt like we had to fit ourselves into that masculine way of running our businesses. But as health coaches and as wellnesspreneurs and yogis and life coaches and naturopaths and so forth, that's not really what comes natural to us, right? That's not really how we want to do it. And I would like to say, after 15 years of doing this, I am tired of trying to fit myself into a model that just does not work for me. So, this is where conversation comes in. This is where we're reframing this conversation, rethinking, helping entrepreneurs feel more confident and creative in running their business the way that aligns for them. And I just get the chills when I talk about that because I don't have the answer. I think we have the answer collectively. And I think as women also, we are always looking, oh, I should do that. I should be just like that person. And to be successful, I have to do this. I have to follow that person. And we're always looking outside ourselves for, what we think will work, next. But I think really the work is internally, the work is collectively. So I completely went completely off my notes. So let me just see where I am. Oh, what I really like to think of us as healing allies. And I don't know if anyone's read the book Medicine Woman by Lucy Pierce. And she calls really women in medicine and really as individuals, as a woman who's just looking for help, that we need to be our own healing allies. And I think of us as healing allies in this world of wellness that is a safe place for women to come, or anyone, men, children, to come and be heard and to be listened to, and to to help them understand their bodies and to trust themselves and believe in themselves and believe in their bodies. It's been our self-care and our healthcare has been so usurped by 100-calorie snacks and checklists and tip lists and pills and all this kind of fix me stuff that you guys know this. I don't need to tell you this. This is why we're here, and this is why we're doing this. And I just think there's so much more opportunity for us to really think about what we can do collectively. So what I thought was interesting too in the survey that I did and the conversations that I had was that women, we're here because we have a passion and purpose. Also because 95% of the women said they're doing this because they've had their own health transformation. So we're not just like flying by the seat of our pants, or we've been there. We've seen what the other side looks like. We know what it feels like to completely, disempowered, and not really understand that mind-body connection, all those things that help us heal and understand our bodies. So we're here because we've had our own transformation. And of course, everyone's biggest challenge as a wellnesspreneur is marketing, right? We've got to get the word out. But what's even more important to women was to connect with like-minded women, to hear their stories, to collaborate, to have conversations. And I love what this woman said actually at a workshop that we did in June. She said that, in kind of ancient times, the conversation women were called the wise women. They were the women that were leading the conversations, again, building those relationships. And I like to think of us as the conversation women, that we're in there having conversations, and helping people understand and bring to light what they need to hear, what they need to know, and really thinking about how we can change this conversation. And the other thing is, I just, again, don't want women to underestimate women wellnesspreneurs, entrepreneurs, to not underestimate the power that we have at this time in this world where we have an opportunity to redefine. I mean, look what's happened in the last 50 years to the food system, the pharma system, the health system, all those things. We need to change the conversation. We need to make it okay for, I always bring back to, when I was 10, 15 years ago, my daughter was little, and I'd go to like play dates and I'd bring carrot sticks and people would be giving me a hard time for bringing carrot sticks. And I always say, I want to normalize bringing carrot sticks to a birthday party or whatever. It shouldn't be outside the norm to be healthy. We shouldn't have to say we're on a diet because we don't want to eat the cake. And this is what we are doing. I think of even just over the last 10 or 15 years how things have changed. How much more, but we've got a long ways to go, I think, as far as the market and the conversation and so forth. So with that said, I thought I'm going to talk a little bit about the Women's Wellness Exchange, but really I would love the opportunity for you guys to introduce yourself, and I'll just tell you a little bit more about myself. So I am my target market. I am, and I have two different businesses. I'm the founder of the Women's Wellness Exchange. I'm also a health coach, and I run some group coaching programs and retreats for women. And but I was, in my 30s. I'm now in my late 50s. I did not know any of this, completely disconnected from my body, PMS, IBS, fatigue. Everything looked good from the outside, but I just did not feel right. I knew there had to be more, but I didn't know how to find it. And I was one of those, women like going to the doctor and say, fix me, I want more energy, fix me. How do I, my PMS? And I used to ask them questions about diet and nothing, zip here, take the pill. And at that time, I wish I had a resource like the Women's Wellness Exchange to go in and say, oh my God, there's health coaches out there. I never heard of a health coach. There's, relationship coaches, or all these different things that I had no idea existed. And maybe at that time they did. This was 15 plus years ago. Um, the other thing is I jumped ship from the corporate world. I was in Washington, D.C. I was, traveling internationally. I worked for a big international institution. Again, jump ship, and I was like, oh, I'll just go out and be a health coach. I can do this. I work in marketing, but marketing yourself, being the jack of all trades, as an entrepreneur, solopreneur, and I've had partners along the way, and I've gotten support, invested in websites and this and that. But I've always kind of been in my back office, hanging out by myself here, especially this last year or two. And that's and I'll talk more about this. This is how this is all transpired. I created what I wanted myself, knowing that I'm a woman and that I'm an entrepreneur. And I so have talked to so many entrepreneurs who were in the same boat, and that's what really kind of inspired me to even, be here today. And so, but I would love to hear from you guys. And I'm just going to go in a circle. And if you're a member, just tell us, because I know there's a few members on here. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and also why you joined. And I think I'm going to go with Monica. I think you were one of the first ones on. So Monica, why don't you start? And you're in sunny California. So tell us just a minute or so, a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what you do.
I enjoy being here in the desert, Palm Springs area of Southern California, as well as the beaches. I consider myself an entrepreneur, spreading the Zen and sharing the health, mind, spirit, body holistically through ionized alkaline water, as well as CBD and organic supplements. And now I'm an educator at We Care Spa, a holistic wellness educator. So I get to touch people in different parts of the world, which just blesses me so.
Nice. Awesome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Danielle, next on line, also from California.
Yes, I am in Northern California, Marin County, just close to San Francisco. And we're having some warm weather now, which is beautiful. I love what you said about normalizing, because that's the word I like to use for what I do. I am a love and intimacy mentor, and I work with women around normalizing their sexual selves. And that means connecting them to their bodies and doing that through the mind, body, heart connection. So it's such a privilege to do that tender work. And I am a member. I'm so excited to be a member. My sister Cheryl is a member, and she got me connected to the group. And my experience has been that it's helping me come out of my little lonely office here, and it's bringing me out to to meet people and to connect. And I love that you guys are on the East Coast, and I can connect to a broader spectrum of other women doing, beautiful healing work. And I'm just so grateful to be here. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle. All right. Is it Habiba?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm excited to be here as well. I'm not even sure how I received the invite, but my community is growing. Perfect Being Me is all about living your life as a visionary, holistically moving about in the world, speaking authentically, and being your exact person that you were meant to be, living out your purpose. And for so many years, that was really hard for me. I was taught to mimic everybody else, from my parents, my grandparents, cousins, and then friends, as opposed to me truly being who I am. And as Habiba, that name alone, being in every circle, was always so different. I always felt like the oddball. And so I received a message from Spirit on my journey, in the dark night of the soul journey, doing shadow work long before it was even a thing. And I was told that you're living these experiences because you're here to help others, mitigate or migrate through the pain and the darkness, so that we all can lead up to the golden age, which is coming up in 2023. Well, at least, we're kind of like heading in that phase. So I started the business because I wanted to give spiritual readings. I really wanted to connect to all walks of life to help bridge the gaps from fragmented parts, abuse, and just live authentically. And so I started a year ago, and I now have a small client base, but my clients are rich in character and personality, and they really believe in my business, and so it's small, it's trickling ahead, but I feel like I'm in the right space. And for me to be connected to you all lets me know even further that this is along the lines of my purpose and I'm doing the right thing.
Awesome.
So
I love that. And I love the name of your company, Perfect Being Me. Right there, it says it all, right? If we could just start there.
that's right. I mean, the activities of becoming a visionary, it's a step-by-step process, but we could do it.
And I love that, yeah, it's about creating a new vision. That's what we all need to do collectively for our world, yeah.
Yes.
And Habiba, where are you located?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia,
Okay.
where the weather right now is summer, yet it's fall. It's really hot and humid. You need to be at the beach, but unfortunately, that's 5 hours away.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I think everyone's getting crazy weather. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So glad that you found us and joined us. I have Heather next. Heather, good to see you.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you guys. I'm based right south of Boston in a town called Northeaston. I'm a certified health coach, and I specialize in intuitive and mindful eating practices and approaches with my clients. And my husband and I co-founded our company Skillful Means, which is a company. It's a mindfulness-based company where it's an insight-based meditation, bringing that into various parts of our lives. So we're still working. I still don't have my elevator speech, to be honest, because it's like this growing
okay.
thing, like where we're kind of bringing all sorts of teachers together and creating something new together. So, which is exciting. Yeah, I have two little kids, ages 2 and 6, so they also take up a lot of my time.
Struggling.
Yeah, and yeah, it's been pouring rain all day today. I don't know where you guys are, but like literally just like cats and dogs all day long,
Yeah.
which has been fun. But
Yeah, I know. And we've got all these people in the sunshine out there, Heather. It's not fair. I'm in New Hampshire, by the way. So
it's
awesome.
nice
Thank
though. I mean, after a whole summer of just, the heat, and it's kind of nice to just be inside and not feel guilty about
Yeah.
it.
Hunker down a little bit. Nice. Awesome. Liz Haven, welcome.
Thank you. I'm in Dover, New Hampshire. Hasn't been raining here actually. I think it might be now. I can't really tell. but really dreary all day. I'm a professional coach, so I offer life coaching and health coaching. Particularly passionate about intuitive eating as well. So hi, Heather. And self-compassion. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm really looking for a community. So I really loved what you had to say, Tracy, and I'm super happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Mhm.
I feel the same way, guys. I really do. All right, Shelby, do you want to jump on?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Shelby. I am a member and I joined for all the reasons that were described. Had just started my business when I joined and just was looking for people who were in the same boat as me, community, opportunities to connect and network. And marketing opportunities as well. And also I have throughout my life gone through many mind body realizations, particularly with like the way anxiety affects your body and how that's like treated in the healthcare system. You know, you go and you have a physical symptom, and you know, they tell you it's all in your head when really it's all connected, which eventually led me to yoga. And eventually I got my my teacher training and started the yoga corner. So I was a teacher, 6th through 12th grade teacher, during the pandemic. And that brought me to a couple realizations. One, that teenagers were going through so much anxiety and mental health, which I could relate to them a lot because being a teacher during the pandemic brought back a lot of my anxiety. So in order to create a life that was more aligned, that was going to, you know, allow me to live with a lot less stress and anxiety and, you know, just like be able to serve people with more impact, I decided I wanted to start a business. And I wanted to teach yoga and mindfulness and meditation to teenagers and pre-teenagers. So right now I'm teaching an after-school yoga program and working with an organization called DB Teens, which offers yoga to teens going through mental health treatment. And while I was building my yoga business, I also went through a life coach training, specifically like a yoga and life coach training. And I'm really passionate about helping other women overcome the limiting beliefs and self-doubts that come up around just getting started in your yoga business. I know a lot of yoga teachers who don't really go out and teach yoga to the people they want, or they don't teach yoga at all because they have so much self-doubt and are overwhelmed about where to get started. So that is kind of the coaching side of my business. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here tonight and to meet all of you. And I've known Lizzie like for, I don't know, forever. So
A
it's
long
awesome
time.
to see her here.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Shelby. Good to see,
Thanks.
you know, this, it's one of the silver linings of this last year or two is a lot of women coming into wellness, seeing the need and being able to help people with anxiety through, you know, so many different modalities. So that's awesome. So why don't we go to Jess? Hi, Jess.
Hi. So I am Jess Perret, and I'm a member, although I haven't been taking much advantage of my membership. So I'm glad to be here tonight. I am in Western Massachusetts in Northampton, which is how I got connected to this group through my dear friend, Susan Mcnamara. She is a friend and a client. So my business is called Alchemy Learning Solutions. And so I'm not exactly in the wellness field, but I love working with wellness practitioners because I also have been through a spiritual journey and a lot of suffering, and accessed so many different healing modalities to help me through that time. So I really believe that more people need to be able to access these kinds of practices. And so what I do is I took my background in education. I have a master's in education, and I learned how to do instructional design for online learning. So for the past year, I've been offering services to solopreneurs to help them build online courses, memberships, and programs. So that's what I do. I love it. It lets me keep my learning engine going because I'm constantly wanting to learn and grow. And I work with the best people in the world. And we're helping humanity. So it's win-win-win.
Awesome. Thank you. And I think that we'll have to talk too, because I think a lot of women are looking for creative ways to get their content out and think about membership communities. And so we'll definitely have some discussion around that. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. Pam.
Hey everyone, my name is Pam. I'm actually in Toronto, Canada. It's been kind of cold and rainy here all day as well. My business is fairly new. It's one I just started this year. It's called Root Healing and Nutrition. And my partner and I, we embody inner balance work with nutrition as well as physical activity. And then some mindset changing as well. So we incorporate some Reiki and some sound, as well as some smart goal setting techniques, and then incorporating techniques for breathing and stress management and everything like that. So we try to reach women over 40 with all aspects of their life. We're both new moms and trying to do the work, the career, the new business and everything like that. So we get how busy it can be for life and for everyone. So my journey started about 5 years ago when I actually studied to be a holistic health practitioner. And it was through those studies that I found my love for energy work. So I became a Reiki master and a sound therapist. And through those studies, they also touched a little bit on holistic nutrition. And I found my passion also taking me in that way to round out the business. So I found that it was a great way to sort of access 4 different pillars to make sure that we can help women in all aspects and all areas of their life and just give them the guidance and support they need throughout that journey.
Nice. Awesome. Stress management for sure.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, just thinking this is such an important time. And I mean, that was just not even throwing on the layer of COVID and everything that's happened. That's a whole nother.
Yeah, exactly. It's something else entirely.
I know. I mean, it just exacerbates everything. So,
Yeah.
okay, I think I got everybody. Awesome. Good. Well, it's so nice to meet you guys, and thanks for sharing, and so glad that you found us and that we found you. And that's really our mission here, is to just keep connecting with like-minded women. And so I thought what I would do is just to go a little bit over. I'm just going to do a few slides, not a lot. I know you guys, the last thing you want to be doing is sitting in front of a Zoom computer, but since you weren't on social media all day, maybe you'll have a little bit more energy since Facebook is down. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to share my screen really quickly here. Make sure I'm there. And
I thought that was just my computer, Facebook.
no, it's a worldwide thing, I guess. So
Wow.
yeah, and
I was
it's
like, my computer must be broken or something. Like, never seen
no,
Facebook go down before.
Facebook, Instagram, and
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so awesome. So for some of you, I know this is kind of new. You probably found us on Facebook and you don't know that much about the Women's Wellness Exchange. So I'm going to just go through a couple slides, and then I might even just pull up the website because I'd love for you guys to take a peek at that. So we're a home base for holistic health empowered by a community of women. This is my goal, to provide a space where women can promote themselves and where women can come and find support for their self-care. And I always think about it, it's like find what they need, but maybe what they didn't even know existed, right? We want to create a huge collective of women. Seems to be that my lost my mouse here, so we'll keep going with this. Can you guys see that okay? Can you see the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay. Um, you know, we want to create this huge collective of women, this huge platform that will help make self-care more attainable, more accessible. And we are independent. And after today, I've always thought like I want something outside of social media, outside of Google search, and today just reaffirmed that, right? It's a place where women can go and they don't have to Google and get 9 million, you know, health coaches that they can, you know, really target and find exactly what they need through the Women's Wellness Exchange. And this is just a nice image I did of our community. We have health coaches, life coaches, Reiki people. We have block therapy people. We have yogis. We have you know, life coaches and functional nurses, functional medicine nurses, lifestyle nurses. So a whole range of women, and that's just a small collection of pictures right there.
That's a cute graphic, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, as I mentioned, with the Women's Wellness Exchange, we want to have conversations. And really, most, but not all, because we're bringing in some expertise from the outside, but most of what we do is really try and bring the expertise that we have within the group, right? So, for example, we did a workshop on writing, publishing, and promoting your first book because we had like 5 authors or plus, you know, I'm sure we have more. And it was a great discussion, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, what I did, what I wish I would have did. Really important for women to hear that, you know. And then I mentioned that we did the workshop Exploring Your Feminine, Your Business. So interesting, great conversation. All these are recorded too for members to access. We're doing something on writing. You know, I was reading something the other day, and this is, you know, good for me to put a number on it because I'm always struggling to write more content, write my marketing copy, all that kind of stuff, that we should be spending 8 to 10 hours on that a week, you know. But, you know, how many people get writer's block? You sit down, you're like, oh my God, what am I going to say? So we're doing a workshop on writing. We've done some stuff on marketing. You know, just every month is a little bit different, and it's all peer-to-peer, and that's all included in your membership. So that's a great opportunity to connect with other women, have conversations. They're not lectures, there really are conversations. We also do a Wellnesspreneur Wednesday where we interview our members live on Instagram. It's really kind of geared towards, right now, it's kind of geared towards other wellnesspreneurs with obviously a flair on self-care. And starting in January, we're going to be really building it out. We're going to have probably another social media platform that's to customers, as I call it. So there's the members and there's the customers. We want to bring more customers to our site to support our members. And that's our mission as well, to bring people to the site. So these are just some of the things, and it's been so fun because I would say maybe one person had actually done an Instagram live before, Instagram live. So, you know, we like to help women get out there more, push boundaries. We have some stuff coming up. We're meant to do videos, so we like to do that. We have a monthly women's circle every month. It's the second Wednesday of every month. That's really a networking time, and we throw a little bit of a theme out there so we can have a discussion around it. But that's an opportunity for you to meet other members and just kind of join in the conversation, look for people that you might want to collaborate with. Something new that we just launched like a couple days ago was, again, a wellness event to bring women to our site, right? Or anyone to our site. You know, we say the Women's Wellness Exchange, but men look for for coaches, and children need help. So, you know, we are women, but we support anyone. But this is really geared towards bringing lots of people in. It's a 14-day event, and our members submitted ideas for daily videos, and those members are going to be featured in this 14-day event. We'll even have some bonus things as well. So our goal is to really help, again, change the conversation. My goal here is not to give women one more thing they have to do every day to check the box. We are pushing the boundaries, helping women think differently about their self-care. And we think this supports not just the women who are doing the videos, but the whole platform, all the women in it, and just all, of course, the women that come. We're also going to be doing a women's our wellnesspreneur retreat on November 12th, which is an online retreat. And I'm going to be doing an in-person retreat in New Hampshire that should be going up this week to give women an opportunity. You know, Heather, you were mentioning, you know, as an entrepreneur, when you're home with the kids and you've got a million things going on, it's like, and I know this because I raised my daughter working from home. It's just so hard to think about, okay, what's my vision? What's my, you know, who's my target audience? All these things, and to write the marketing copy. So I'm going to do a retreat just for wellness entrepreneurs to walk away and just focus on their business. I'm really excited about that. So I've got to show you guys the platform, but basically what the Women's Wellness Exchange is not a static site. It's a beautiful site featuring our members front and center. It is an opportunity for our members to add events, special offers, products, services, and articles. The site is alive and we want content. We want, you know, and we're going to curate this. We are curating this content as well, so that when a woman comes to the site to look for stuff, she can, you know, she can just look at health coaches, or she can look at stress management, or, you know, all these things will come together for her. So she'll know what all the resources are and all the articles. As I mentioned, we've got the monthly workshops, we've got the monthly women's circle. And, you know, we're helping women push their boundaries a little bit. You know, some women have been in business for, you know, 6 months, some maybe 6 years, but that doesn't mean that they've done an Instagram live. That doesn't mean that they're like putting themselves out on video. So, you know, we want to help women push the boundaries a little bit. And really just even through their platform, you know, we're helping women just be really clear about what it is that they're offering. And that's what I found a lot. And that we're actually doing a writing workshop tomorrow night to help people jumpstart their writing, and some tricks, and I shouldn't say tricks and tips, but some ideas to help women who are kind of get that, you know, oh my, you know, you go in front of a blank page and you have no idea what you're going to write. I'll make sure to
Can I-
send that to, yeah, Danielle.
Can I plug Catherine? She's yeah, she's leading that, and she's my writing and business coach, and she's really great.
Amazing.
So I highly recommend taking advantage of that time with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, and I'll make sure that you guys get that link as well. What makes us unique is that we work in collaboration, not competition with each other. I don't know if you guys are members of other business networking groups, but you can usually have like one wellness person, one real estate person, one financial person. That's not how we operate. We're all in this together. We feel that if someone comes there to look for a health coach and finds, you know, a relationship coach, you know, better yet, right? Because that's what they need at that time. Or maybe they, you know, find one person and, you know, get support from another. So we are looking for women who want to partner. We feel like we're a virtual wellness center. So when people come in, you know, we've even talked about seeing if we can create little virtual hubs where we have like 3 or 4 women that get together, and we've got the gut person, and we've got the stress person, and we've got the menu planning person, and just see how that they can maybe create some synergies for their customers. Our members are front and center. You know, a lot of networking groups, you have to like, you know, search to find the directory of members, which is again really stagnant. I don't think I've ever found anyone, maybe once on the Chamber of Commerce. Everything that we do, or I should say most again of what we do, is peer-to-peer. So if you've got an idea for a workshop, hey, you know, let's talk about it. Let's see what we can offer. And we usually have 2 or 3 women, you know, because we want that Q&A, that conversation. The profile is live. You can update it every day. You can add content, you can add offers and all that kind of stuff. We send out a newsletter to our members every Monday. And every Wednesday we send a newsletter out to what, again, I call our customers. And that's, you know, we're building up that mailing list. We've got probably, you know, 3,000 to 4,000 people now on that mailing list. And that's growing, you know, and we're working hard to do SEO optimization and all that kind of stuff. But we feature your events. We feature, you know, your articles and things. So we're, as you say, pushing that information out for you. And we're just not advocating for, you know, for business, you know, practitioners. We are advocating for wellness. So like this event that we're doing to reimagine self-care, we are going to be doing a grant program that will launch at the November 12th thing, called the Community Wellness Fund. So because I don't think that, yogis and anyone, none of us should work for free. And I did it for way too long, volunteering and, but like if a yogi wants to teach something at a school, and I've talked to several women that are like, the school wants to do it, but they can't pay. So I have to do it for free. Well, they could apply for a grant here and get paid to do that, and we'll have some other ways that they can kind of use those grants. Again, we're not prescribing or promising quick fixes. We're not, we want women who want to come together. We don't want women that are just going to look once a month for a quick tip sheet or whatever. We want women who want to engage, have conversations, and be part of the solution. Because I believe that collectively we are part of the solution. So the membership investment is $24 a month. It's very, very reasonable. And I'm kind of jumping right into this. Let me just come back to this because I just wanted to see if anyone had any questions before I kind of went into more detail on the membership specifically. Any questions, comments, ideas, inspiration? Again, this is just a conversation.
I do have a question about membership as it relates to certification. I do work full-time, a job, a career, and so my own business is a second career. I'm in the process of becoming a licensed life coach, yet the steps to get there is a little bit slower than I would like. So do I need to have a certain level of certification or hours met in order to be considered someone that
Yeah.
participants can use?
Yeah.
Because right now I do have my own practice, but it's not a certified license.
So this is what we're asking for, is full transparency. So, and for people to list their credentials. So let's say, you are to list your life coaching, your life certified life coach or health coach or nurse or whatever. I would just say because I think it's also important. I know a lot of health coaches that before they're certified, they actually do free sessions and things like that.
Right.
If you could maybe put your date of when, so that everybody knows, like, graduation, completion in November 2022 or whatever. I think full transparency is what we're looking for here. So if someone comes to your site, that they know that you are, being credentialed or you are going to be credentialed, so they know who they're dealing with, that this is a serious business and, you're not just flying by the seat of your pants. So yeah, good question. And any kind of certifications or credentials that you have, would be great. The other thing that's kind of cool is that you can actually have people put testimonials, or not testimonials, what are they called? Reviews. So people can come and do reviews, and then your name will come up higher. They'll be featured on your profile page. And actually, if you have any other questions, jump on. I'm just going to, because I feel like, visuals are so important. I'm going to just bring you to the site real quickly so that you can see it. You hadn't had a chance to look. So this is not the home page, but I wanted to show you, this is what your profile would look like. So this is one of our members, Susan Mcnamara, and she has a description of who she are. She actually has her website in there, but it's also down here. We have all your social media. This is where she listed her credentials. Don't have to put a location, but if you want to put a state so people know what time zone you're on, that would be important. People can contact her directly through the site. We don't sell services through the site, so everything goes directly to you. They can contact you through here, but we're not taking a cut of anything. Like if someone goes to your site and buys something or whatever, that's, we want to connect people with you. You'll see here that Sue has 4 products that she's put out. She put a blog, a podcast that she has. She does a program called Care for the Teachers. She has put some events, a retreat that she's doing. She's done 8 articles, The Breath in Your Health, Self-Care 101. And then these are her specialties. So you can really pick, up to 10 areas that would describe who you are, again, helping people find you in more detail. And you'll see here on the homepage, this is where people come and they can, so for example, let's say they're looking for a health coach or a coach, they would go to coaches and then they could pull up here, you know, different kinds of coaches. I'm just thinking, Danielle, we should put intimacy coach on here. Yeah, okay. But you know, we've got coaches that specialize in chronic pain, autoimmune diseases. You know, we have some leadership coaches as well. And then this is right now we're featuring our Rise and Shine. So definitely encourage you guys to sign up for that as well. So you can, that will be a really great way to get to know the members. We've got the articles here that are featured. That's where we find what we get a lot of traction is the articles. These are the recent members. So they're all featured on the homepage. And then here we have different upcoming events, special offers, and then new products. So a product could be a coaching session, or, you know, if it's got a time period on it, you would, you know, maybe put it as an event. And so people can search in many different ways. They can go up here, they can search here, they could put stress in here and pull up women that do breath work or, you know, things like that. And we're evolving, we're continuing to kind of grow, and you know, we'll be adding more and more stuff, curating more and more content as we get more and more content on the site. So I encourage you guys to definitely take a peek at the site if you haven't had a chance already. So, any questions?
I have a question for you, Tracy. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Do you have other Canadian practitioners, or is it all just practitioners that are in the States?
We have a woman out of Detroit who goes back and forth, and she lives part-time in Canada.
Oh, okay.
But that as far as I know is the only person right now. We, I think, have about 15 states represented. We're just over 100 members. And, you know, as I mentioned, we have, you know, somewhere around 3,500 or something people on the mailing list, and continuing to build that up really quickly. So we welcome all people from all over the world. And that's the beauty of this. It doesn't matter where you are, because most of what women are offering these days is virtual.
Yeah.
Eventually, I would like to, you know, maybe more post-COVID even, please, I hope we have post-COVID, is to have state hubs, you know, or
nice.
city hubs
Yeah.
as well.
Question.
Yeah.
Writing reviews. So if we want to have reviews, we just ask our clients to go to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just have them go. They go right to your profile, and it'll say write a review.
Okay.
And I've had
Good.
some women start really doing that, so that's great, and that's good feedback for people to see when they're on your profile. And yeah, and you can update your profile at any point as you add credentials, as you add, you know, one of the things I just think is so important for women is just really getting clarity on who they are and what they offer. And that's some of the things that we really want to help women work on through these writing workshops and things like that. Because, you know, I think a website needs to be more than just a business card. You know, you really are collecting data, you're collecting contacts, you know, it's more than just you hope someone comes and sees you, because, you know, we know what it's like these days. People are so overwhelmed that, you know, you get 5 seconds if you're lucky. So, any other questions? Awesome. So yeah, so I'll just give you the details on the membership. You know, I wanted to make this really accessible and affordable for people. It's $24 a month, which is totally reasonable. That includes the workshop, the networking, that includes the profile and updating and all the things that you can do with that. So, you know, if you spent $24 on a Facebook ad, you'd probably get like 3 clicks if you were lucky, you know. So this gives you opportunities to get clicks in many different ways, your profile, events, offers, you know, articles, all that kind of stuff. And I always feel like, you know, advertising on social media is like just going into a black hole. I don't know if anyone feels that way. So yeah, and tomorrow night we do have the writing workshop. So I was just gonna, you know, put a little offer out for people that if you sign up by 12 noon tomorrow, then you will get the you can go to the writing workshop tomorrow night. and I'll offer a free just consult with me, which, you know, I've done with many women, but if you want to just sit down, I will walk you through everything. We also have a monthly orientation so that members can, whether you're a new member, you're an old member, and I've had women hop on a few times just to like really actually, Danielle, do you want to, or Shelby, do you want to say anything about like the back office and you know, I'm hoping you're going to say it's really easy because I think it is, but what's your experience in just adding information and things like that?
Yeah, it's super easy. I've added a couple of events. And it was also really nice when I wrote an article and was able to get feedback on what I wrote, which was even something I was expecting, but was so happy to receive. And yeah, I was actually taking some notes of some things I wanted to update tomorrow on my profile. So yeah, it's really easy.
Yes, I agree. It's intuitive, it's clear, and if you have any issues, you can reach out to Tracy. She's really great at getting back. And I've been to a couple of the different meetings, and I'll keep going because, well, number one, you get to meet other women at those and introduce yourself. And number two, you just get more comfortable with all of it. And that's to your benefit, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah. It's a very much kind of fill in the blank. You don't need any fancy knowledge of anything. So, but I'd love to do a meeting with you. And then, you know, if you want to come to the writing workshop tomorrow night, if you sign up, we'll send you the link on that. And, you know, just I'm here and I love connecting with women. I love having conversations. I love learning about your business. It helps us, you know, figure out, you know, what direction we want to head in. The more women that we talk to, I have a woman that's does the social media. Every time we have new members, we promote that on social media. We promote the events on social media and special offers. We're going to be doing a marketplace for the holidays. So we're working on that so that when people come to the site, we can feature some ideas for holiday presents and what woman would not want something for their self-care, right? So we're going to be looking for some creative gift opportunities, and we'll have gift certificates to the Women's Wellness Exchange. That money goes right to you guys. So if someone picks 100, you know, like a man could buy $100 gift certificate, and then you know, his wife can just pick out whatever she wants. So I'm just gonna,
I had a question that I could ask Shelby or Tracy, you could really answer too, about where, Shelby, you posted your writing and got the feedback. Was that on your profile page or was it like through a writing workshop?
There's like, I guess you would say like a portal, and it's kind of like a blog builder in a way. Like you write and you can add an image or more images if you want, and write your article. And then when you hit submit, I assume Tracy or someone else, you know, reads the article and just kind of, you know, it's like, hey, maybe try this or whatever. I saw this. Yeah.
So we have Susan Mcnamara, who is on our team as well, and she has been helping folks with their articles. So she gives some feedback. We have someone do a technical edit. You know, my hope is that also that women, you know, we have a private Facebook group as well. So if you're doing an article, you could put that out on the Facebook group and say, hey guys, any feedback on this? And that's also, I wanted to do the writing workshops. Not everyone writes blog articles. So we're doing the workshop tomorrow night, and then we're actually doing a series. The series is like above and beyond the membership, which is the first thing that we've done like this. But because I just felt like women really needed that, that's going to be a series of 3 workshops. And that is to help people. It's to find your authentic voice. It's like how to write your story as like a bio, like how do you tell your story? And what I find is a lot of women, they're really, you know, that you go to their website and it's awesome. They have this beautiful story about their transformation. By Jess. They have a beautiful story about their transformation, but they're not as savvy at sharing how they're going to help other people transform. So anyway, she's going to talk about how to, you know, tell your story, how to write a blog, really good blog article, and then also newsletters. Another thing that I know women need help with is we got to start keeping up some kind of consistent communication, whether it's a once a month newsletter. We have to keep engaging our customers, our potential customers. So anyway, writing is a big part of that. And writing is communication, whether you're marketing or social media or whatever. So, but we do give feedback, Heather, on as things come in, or if we have some suggestions. Sue's been really great at that.
So it looks like I was just looking at that. So it's under articles, right? And so any member can just like submit an article on there. Is that the idea?
Yeah, and just so the offers and everything except the social media or the community articles goes live immediately. We just approve the articles just to make sure that, there's no typos, that, that people know how to write blog articles. And that's why we've kind of given some suggestions of things that they might want to do. So yeah, but those
No,
we
I
do
think
approve.
that's amazing that you look over them and provide feedback and stuff. I think that's just that to me is like worth the price alone. Like,
I have a question.
Yeah, Monica.
How do the guests or customers, potential customers that aren't a part of the group, how do they see us? How do they become aware of what you're putting out?
Yeah, so we engage really heavily. We're doing SEO optimization. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I've been in this business for 15 years, so I have some social media pages with several thousand followers. We are this event that we're doing right now, the Rise and Shine event, is to help build up our audience. So we're hoping that all the members will share this to their communities, for their members or their, people to participate in this. We've done paid advertising. We have not done Google ads, but we will definitely be doing that as well. So yeah, so we're working hard to get the word out. We're hoping that we can leverage the members as well. We're going to launch in November, like people want to do it a little like a membership badge that people can put on their site that says I'm a member of the Women's Wellness Exchange, and that will also bring people back to the site. So I like to think of it, and I'm actually going to do a session on this. I haven't quite defined it yet, but community supported marketing. We're all in this together. And if someone's interested in wellness and self-care, and it's, we don't just do one thing, right? So, if we go to health coach, I went from a health coach to a yoga coach to a Reiki, and what's interesting too is that women are the largest purchasers of alternative and holistic health, and we're also the majority of providers. Right. And we use products and services. So even just being on the site, you're being exposed to other women working in wellness who like to buy things, to support their self-care. But that's a really good question.
Thank
and
you.
our website hits are going up and up. I think we're over the 5,000 mark. So thanks, Shelby. Of course, you gotta go. So yeah, any other questions? And if not, we'll just kind of wrap up. I put a link in the chat box that goes to the join page, and I will also include that in a follow-up email. It's very straightforward to join. You go to that page, click on the red button, and I could just do a quick share just to show you guys. You can go to join our community. There's also a red button at the top. And you just come down here, and once you join, all you do is just put in your password and your email. You can do it's $24 a month. You can save some if you do it annually. And then you just put in your billing information, and it takes you right to your profile. Just a quick note on that too. Your profile will not go live until you have your picture, your about section, and all your information filled out. There's 4 different areas in there. So if it says, it's not live, it's just because once I check it every day, and once people have their photographs, sometimes people just don't have all their information done yet, because what happened was people were going live and they were like, their photos are missing. So I just wait till it's all ready. And you can contact me if you guys have any questions. Yeah. And then once it goes live, we announce your membership to the other members as well. And we'll invite you to our Facebook community. And yeah, that's kind of who we are and what we're up to. Any
So
fun?
how do we reach you directly, Tracy?
I'm gonna give you my email.
I'm gonna sign off, everyone. Great to meet you.
Bye,
Thanks,
Danielle.
Good to
Tracy.
meet you
Danielle.
too.
It's Tracy at Women's by
Nice to meet you.
Wellness Exchange.
Okay.
And I'll put that in the follow-up email that I send to you guys, and because I'll send out the recording tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, and I'll, the other thing is if you want to jump on an orientation, but yeah, so if you want to do this writing workshop tomorrow, just join by noon because I'm going to be sending out a confirmation, and I'll add you to the list. And then we can also schedule a private consult with me. I've been developing kind of a foundational checklist for people because I just feel like it's something that I want to start doing so that people have like a framework for their business because it can be overwhelming, right? It's like we've got the website and all these different things. So we'll be providing some more things like that as well. So
Is that noon your time?
pardon?
Noon your time? East Coast
Yes.
time? Thank you.
Sorry, so that's 9 a.m. your time, but you've got all night because lots of sunshine. So yeah, so pop onto the site, check it out. I encourage you to just, see what it's all about. Reach out to me with any questions. The other thing I didn't mention is that I haven't offered this before, but you can do it for a month. If you want to cancel out, it's easy peasy. It's a click of a button, and I will give you a full refund for this month if you just find that it's not the right fit for you. I just really want to encourage people to just try it out and see, go on the, get their profile done, come to some things, check it out. And if it's not right, I'm offering a full refund for your first month.
And just really quickly, how long has the Women's Wellness Collective been going?
Good question. So we launched officially in February. I did a large online women's event geared towards just women in general. And I launched but officially we started taking members in February.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thanks guys. So nice to
Thank
meet
Thank you
you.
for your time. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so
Nice to
much.
meet you
Nice
all.
to meet
Meet
you.
you all.
Bye. Thanks for coming. Nice to meet you guys. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions or if any challenges or anything like that.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. Bye.